Hello and welcome to part 3 of Lego minifigures with myself and with myself and TMC Heather. Sorry, I
Hi
cannot talk.
guys.
I cannot talk today, but I need to talk. I need to talk today. Yeah. So on part 2, which was 2 weeks ago on Heather's channel, we went off on the minifigs from 2005. So we covered the first 17 years of the minifigure. Um, and that was just around the time that for the licensed themes, they were transitioning from the yellow heads to the flesh nougat heads. And we were getting to the end of the creepy Belleville dolls and
Fairies.
yeah, some of the fairies in there. Um, and now starting in part 3, you're going to start to see some licensed characters with more molded heads as we get away from some of the dolls because Belleville ended in 2008, and as we get away from the Barbie sized dolls, you're going to start to see more of the mini dolls
And that real hair.
for themes like Friends and the Disney princesses. So without being said, no, sorry. So with all that information up front, who do we have in chat? So we have Owen, we have Blue, and we have Cliff so far.
Cliffy. Blue. Hey Owen.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna share screens now. So this is 2007, and like part 1 and 2, we're gonna do a f- um we're gonna do a flyby because there's a lot to get through.
A lot.
Yeah, so already you can see the difference between something like a city figure and a licensed character.
Big difference.
2007 was when Aqua Raiders was introduced, so you can see some of the graphic updates compared to Aqua Zone, and you see the helmet visors actually included some trans light blue goggles, which was pretty cool. That same one tank oxygen tank from the end of Aquazone, but you can see that the graphics changed a lot. And then expansion on some of the astromechs in Star Wars.
2R7. Bane.
And Batman came on to the scene. There's tons of variants of Bat of Batman. Still
Belleville.
the creepy Belleville dolls,
Uh, the
including
baby.
including the baby.
Weird.
Super weird.
Oh, the Bionicle minis.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember these Bionicle minis because
Or they think they aren't Lego.
I think they were only sold for a couple years in the Bionicle theme. The
Ooh.
chrome gold C3PO. That's a memorable one. We don't get a lot of chrome gold anymore for good reason because it flakes off really easily.
And the value, but the value is still pretty high.
Yeah, and so I think I said it previously, but it was around the first few years of the city theme that the construction workers kind of got the orange color in them. We replacing some of the old stuff.
Death Eater.
Yeah, with
Creepy
the great.
nose.
Yeah, that's one of the few figs that actually had the printing for some
For a
nostrils.
nose. A lack of, and to emphasize the lack of a nose, even.
Yeah, the EMT still had the stars of life.
Oh, and the teeth. We still have teeth in some of these smiles.
Yeah, because some of the Harry Potter characters got rather interesting teeth.
Yeah.
The and Duplo was still getting better. Oh, that's a skater boy. I'll say see you later, boy.
See you later, boy. Where's our
Avril
Dina?
Lavigne, am I right? Yeah, where's Dina? Oh, and also 2007 was when Lego got the license for Thomas the Tank Engine, so there's the fat controller as a Duplo a Duplo minifigure. And also they had the Bob the Builder license as well. So technically they include the Bob the Builder vehicles as minifigures and some of the Thomas the Tank Engine engines as minifigures, which I don't understand.
Oh, Dina is here.
Hey Dina. Now this some of these figs are really desirable because they came from that
Like,
chess piece. Now, so
oh, that's where
they
they came from.
they came from that chess set that now sells for over $1,000, and again with the interesting teeth,
Yeah. I've
and you
seen
can
those tours.
and you can and you can compare torsos like that to previous castle factions where they actually put stuff on top of the chainmail.
They're good looking figs, though.
And
20
you
to
can see that
$50.
the helmets for the knights were a big upgrade on the original horse knights we got in the 80s. Big upgrades. And these crown knights were actually the first castle figs that I grew up with. And I have a lot of nostalgia for that shocked face,
Oh, that's a good one.
which had which had the reversible head printing. Yeah, and also the dwarves. I wish I had the dwarves mine because the dwarves were really cool. These were precursors to what we got in Hobbit and Lord of the Rings,
Oh, I would have guessed they were from Lord of the Rings if I were to see one in the wild. They're pretty good.
yeah, but you can tell that they're about they were about 5 years older. And also by this time they had upgraded the skeletons from the floppy arms to the posable arms,
I
and you
don't
got
like
more,
these ones still.
and you got red eyes in the skeletons instead of the normal black eyes.
True. It's just I feel like the next version is my favorite version of the skeleton. This still one isn't it? Oh, but those are
Um,
nice looking. Those knights.
yeah, a lot of people really liked the orcs CMF from Series 24. Well, this is what the orcs looked like when they first made orcs, and these are the big fig trolls
That's
to go
not
with
sand
them.
green that he's in. What is that?
Yes, it is sand green.
Okay, it looks brighter for some reason.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the lighting of the image. A lot of people will want to collect those big fig trolls,
I've seen him before.
and you can see more upgrades with the firemen, this is probably the seventh or eighth graphic design change now. These are the firefighters that I grew up with, and also they had switched a lot of them from from the white helmets to the painted silver helmets.
Those ones don't chip. They're like made different.
Yes, scrolling through here.
General Grievous, I've not seen
Yeah,
that version of him. What?
yeah. I'm not sure about how Grievous has changed over the years, but I know that there have been some changes, and uses a lot of the
Mage.
parts. He uses a lot of the parts from some of the battle droids.
I feel like this is like a prototype. Like it's not even real, man.
It almost looks like a pre-production image. And also, this is something rather interesting. It's the Exoforce characters.
The anime
Yeah,
one.
yeah, with the anime eyes and the funky hair. And I was talking about in part one how we're going to pay attention to minifigs with red hair. That's
Oh,
Hayato was always my favorite of the Exoforce because of the red hair. Still had the normal male hairpiece for Han Solo in Star Wars,
they also have a cool purple hair piece, just like that red hair piece.
and Hermione still had that really creepy face.
I hate that Hermione face. It does not make me think of her.
It doesn't make me. It doesn't remind me of Emma Watson whatsoever.
Also, just the detail in the torsos, like that era of Harry Potter, I'm not a huge fan of because that's so like slouchy and yucky looking, her torso, her sweater.
Yeah, yeah. I never liked the original Hermione, and I never liked the original Ron either. Harry Potter was okay. A Dumbledore was okay. A Draco Malfoy was okay, but they were all either tolerable or ugly.
Yeah.
More of
Hey
the ex.
Liam. Hey Lego Team B. Welcome in.
Welcome in. Um, Now these are the stormtroopers without the helmet holes,
Oh, that guy.
and we're still in the era when Han no sorry not Han Solo when when um when Luke Skywalker had the old female hair with the part in the middle, and then this was a downgrade to a lot of people who collected life on Mars, is that the Mars mission Martians weren't as good as the life on Mars Martians.
We have a lot of those at our office, and there were times where people asked if those were even Lego. Like
Yeah,
I
they
would
don't.
put them in our annual prize packs, and people thought we were giving them off-brand stuff.
Yeah, so by these people that you talk about, for those who don't know, what is the TMC?
A little family, my minifig club, the minifig club at theminifigclub.com. We're a monthly subscription club that sends you Lego minifigs in the mail every month.
And something to think about with the Mars mission Martians is that they have that they have that hole in the middle. That's for a bar connection, and
It's like
there
their
would be these. I think you could either stick a gem in there, or there was or there were these glow in the dark rods that you could stick through there. A combination of the two, and in one of the Mars mission sets, they're actually trying to harvest the energy force out of the Martians as an energy source for their spacecraft, which is really creepy.
I thought they also may come with a little capsule that they can lay in,
Yes,
but okay. It's
yeah,
like the
that was
bar
in
sticks through their chest and they're laying in
yeah
like a little capsule.
yeah that was in some of the sets, and something I did kind of like about the Mars mission astronauts is that their helmets were um with the
Gold.
painted gold.
Yeah.
At least the visors were, and
Yeah.
also they shared. I want to say that the some of the power miners' faces they borrowed from Mars mission.
That's what I was about to say. They kind of look like some of the older faces they're just reusing again, and you just said it.
Yeah, and a lot of these graphic design well sorry a lot of these graphic designs I want to say were inspired by Rock Raiders in 1999. And if you remember some of the Alpha Team characters, some of their faces were used Rock Raiders, and we talked about that in part two on Heather's channel, of which you can find the link to Heather's channel in the description. And we will be raiding over to part four on Heather's channel in 43 minutes. And also we get on to some of the SpongeBob characters. There's Mrs.
Yeah.
Puff.
What? I didn't know she existed.
Yeah. Because in 2006 we covered the original no sorry. We haven't covered the SpongeBob characters yet.
I was like, this is cool. I need a Mrs. Puff, but I feel like she's gonna be hard to find.
They still had that style of Octane torso around from the mid 90s. They still they still had that overall design around since the 80s.
With the envelope,
Yeah,
the
and
envelope pocket.
and once you see the pocket that's shaped like an envelope, you'll never be able to unsee it. But what I like about some of these other overalls is that they included some vertical striping on it, and and the buckles for the straps were bigger as well, more heavy duty.
Yeah.
But then they
Cool.
also started leaning into more of these that got away from the envelope style.
And they're actually have tools that have a reflective silver paint. So
Yeah,
it's
with the pen and the wrenches in their pockets.
mm,
But they they still spiralingly used the classic smile face, particularly in 2007 because that's when the modulars came out.
ooh, he's clean. Oh, wait. Soccer. So they used like the Exoforce hair on soccer
Yeah,
and an
because
Adidas
I
goalie.
wanna I wanna say this was one of the last years of the sports theme where they were really running out of shit to do. Because by 2007 they'd already lost the NBA license. I'm not sure if they still had the NHL license or not, and I'm not sure if they were still making X game sets. But I know that this minifigure was from the Cafe Corner.
I'll show off my Dina Dangle today.
And this was the graphic design of the policeman that I grew up with. And these are the criminals that I grew up with. They've made very small upgrades since then, but I like the fact that a lot of the criminals had the gold tooth,
Yeah.
and some of them
And
had
taco meat.
yep, and some of them um had their prison numbers as well. Still had the original Princess Leia.
Didn't she have a defect in her hair that was like found out to be like pretty rare? It was like she didn't have like the part wasn't defined, and it's rare if you happen to have a part. 'Cause she was like a early version of this one, same
I'm
year.
not I'm not sure, but if someone in the comments knows, they can tell us all about it.
Yeah, where's Hoarder? And hi, Alexandria, welcome in.
Welcome, welcome.
And Zelda, where's our some of our minifig friends?
Well, someone should go ask Hoarder to come in here so he can try and answer Heather's question. And
I have her, Miss Umbridge, Professor
yeah,
Umbridge. I have like
she
three of them.
always she always caught my eye because of her pink clothes.
Snape. Oh my gosh, you look so crazy. Okay, yeah, I can keep going. It's just
Yeah,
his face. It's the crazy face.
yeah, they were getting really experimental with some of their faces in the mid and late 2000s. But you see what I was saying earlier, they still kept the classic smiley face around, but this time on a flesh head for some of the generic Star Wars pilots.
I kind of like that actually. I like they did that.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot. And I know a lot of people really like these guys, the classic spaceman fans, with like official classic space merchandise. Z- Zipper jackets. And I remember owning this guy and thinking it was weird that the graphics weren't applied properly, but that's how the minifig comes. Like it's
Yeah,
supposed to be kind of an outdoorsy torso. I always thought that the graphics were messed up. I'm not sure if anyone else thought that way. And again, with the classic smiley face on flesh heads
Republic.
for some of these Star Wars characters.
Oh, there's that purple Exo Force hair.
Yeah, for Ryo. And I want to say this was the first time that some of the Star Wars troopers got shoulder pauldrons.
Yeah, I feel like you're right. It's the first time I've seen him pop up.
And also it was in the city theme where they started using the Steven Spielberg face a lot after his original appearance
I
in
like that.
studios in the year 2000.
Steven Spielberg face.
There's a
Hey,
different, a
Spielberg.
different, there's a different type of skeleton. These skeletons still had the floppy arms in the Aqua Raiders theme,
Yeah.
but compared to this one for the Exoforce theme and the Indiana Jones theme, they had the posable arms. So I guess it was theme by theme if you got the posable arms or the floppy arms. Now we're getting on to SpongeBob. SpongeBob had a lot of different faces, the tongue
The
sticking out
tongue out.
and the shot
Yeah,
face.
love that.
Me
I've never
too.
seen the tongue out one though, I don't think.
And that's reusing some of the Paradisa minifigures from 15 years prior with that with that with
So
that with that surf and sail.
there on her.
and that's. I wonder whose secret that.
It looks like you in a tank top.
Yeah, that's some wild green hair. I think that's the first Riddler we ever got. Gee, hasn't the Riddler changed?
Yeah, look, he's $75. I could say that's probably his first appearance.
Yeah, and another reuse of the Steven Spielberg face as a train conductor, and that's a reuse of I think it's either Snap Locket or Skyline's torso from Lego Island Extreme Stunts. And that was 2007. So what are people saying in chat? Hello, Frankenfrog. Hello, Tron.
Welcome
Hey,
in,
Dina.
guys.
You are a spooky, scary skeleton, Cliff. Hey, Alexandria. Hey, Liam. Hey, Team Bean. Anyone else that up there I missed? Ed Blue's been here since the start. Yeah, that's everyone in chat. Yeah, so if anyone has any opinions about, yeah, if anyone has any opinions about any of this stuff, Heather will be able to see it. I can't see the chat because I'm scrolling through all of this stuff. So let's go on to 2010. This was the year when the CMFs came out. So 2010, out of probably every year since the Lego minifigure existed, is probably the most special to you, Heather.
It is. It's when they first launched the CMS, and now it's about to get crazy. This is where the party starts.
Yeah, they continued that style of the airport worker, but this was a throwback to some of the ones that we got in the 90s. I think this was a part of the minifigure collection 5-packs, which was a Toys R Us exclusive for Bricktober, if anyone remembers that. And if you remember what the original pilots with the gold buttons were in the 90s, now they actually had red ties.
Nice. Good looking guy.
They actually had the red ties. And who else forgot about the Prince of Persia theme?
I don't know why it didn't do so well. A lot of the stuff in there is pretty good.
Yeah, got a lot of cool Arabian architecture from a really bad movie. And even
Dumbledore.
And even if you remember what the original Dumbledore looked like, this Dumbledore is such an upgrade. 2010 was when I think that Harry Potter minifigures reached the height of their potential when they released the theme in 2010. And also 2010 was when we got Toy Story. So
Love
there's
the
aliens.
I like the one with dirt on his face.
The ones with the dirty printing, that was from the trash compactor set.
Yeah. One day.
There's Anakin with a Parker. I always like those Parker pieces.
Anakin. Looking all with the taco meat out.
And you can see in some of these Harry Potter faces that they got more realistic to the movies, in my opinion.
Yeah, like Filch, the maintenance kind of guy.
More astromechs. And then we moved on from the Aqua Zone to the Atlantis, which got a new type of diver's helmet. With being able to attach searchlights to their helmets.
You can almost build off of them.
Exactly, because they had that Technic pin connection right there.
Yeah. Ah, these guys, the Atlantis warrior.
Atlantis, Atlantis creatures had some really cool. Actually, they weren't molded heads. Were they were head
Rubbery?
molds that you'd put over the top of a minifigure head.
Yes. And they were rubbery feeling.
Yeah,
Aside
some of
from
them.
the shark was a head mold.
And also 2010 gave us the World Racers theme, so we got some interesting racers minifigures. They really like to emphasize the flames on these guys.
Ooh, I like her. Bellatrix Lestrange. I love her hairpiece.
I remember when she used to be really rare until they re-released her, I think in a 2022 set.
Hey, where's your pants?
And now
Okay.
people refer to his face as the Jane Bricks face.
Is that what he uses?
Yeah. It's still funny whenever I see a certain reviewer. They always with that face. They always say, "Hey, that's Jane's face."
I say that in the office too whenever I see a Dina face.
Yeah.
Like, is that a
I-
Dina face?
Interesting. A lime green baseball cap. You don't see a lot of them often.
Mm-mm. Oh, that helmet's so weird. The Boba
I
Fett in this.
I almost never see the white Boba Fett out there.
I don't think I
And
have.
also, this was the original no Buzz Lightyear with the molded head
Yeah, and then his dirty self.
for the trash compactor.
That guy's
And
interesting.
there's one of the Cad Banes, which is really expensive because for a while he was only released in that set.
And there's that guy. There's the upscale version of him.
Yeah, in because instead of Captain Redbeard, it's Captain Brickbeard for the late 2000s pirates and his daughter. And now we're moving on to
Yeah, series one,
your
CMF.
to your wheelhouse. Now I know that you'd probably want to go on a spiel about how much the CMFs mean to you, but I'm just gonna because I don't have any because I'm gonna let you mainly talk about any of the CMFs that we scroll through because they're your thing, not mine. But I just have to say I'm a sucker for the cheerleaders.
Actually, that was going to be one of the first things I said. I said, we may as well start counting cheerleaders now because this chick is all about her man, Mayo. Look at her. Look at her
Yeah.
wearing that M for Mayo.
So yeah,
But
so you can so I'm going to slowly scroll through these to give you as much time to talk about the CMFs as possible.
okay, well, I'm just excited that we're in this portion. These cheerleader minifigs, I think one of the most unique things is that we're not getting to see is the accessories. They have little pom-poms, which I love so much. And here we have, these are chefs. We
They're
just,
not. Yeah, they. It's weird. They don't put the CMFs all in a row. There's Chunk from Toy Story. I bought Chunk in a 3-pack from an old toy store a few years ago.
this
But there's
one, Dean, that's for you. Series one clown. He's such a good clown. We got a circus ringmaster, but he didn't come in until series two, but those two go really well together. So you'll start seeing, I guess they're just because they released how many? I think it was three or four series CMF series in that first year. Or was it
I wanna
five?
I wanna say they released 3 each year until the Lego Movie came out.
And then they were doing side CMFs with the Lego Movie and Unikitty and
And by this time, the Star Wars helmets just got really good printing on them.
Cowboy in Series 1. Ugh, I miss the accessories. That's the other part that's really cool about these CMF minifigs is usually there's a reason you want to get them because they have a special accessory that goes with them. Like they've never released it type of accessory.
Now, I found it really interesting with the 2010 City Airport sets is that they actually gave the flight attendants a defined scarf because I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. No. See, if you know, and you get a cookie. But whenever I see airline companies advertising their their flight attendants on TV, they're always wearing a scarf. So I think that was kind of sign of the times that Lego included those graphics with these gals.
Yeah. I didn't actually know there were flight attendants this whole time.
Lot of different versions of the flight attendant. They were still doing Prince of Persia then, and I think they would end up reusing that sword holder for when the Ninjago minifigures came out in 2011.
Ooh, look at him. Sorry. Just
Yeah,
look at they're
with the six
shirtless
pack.
up there.
Yeah, with the six pack abs.
It was really a great series, like a great collection, that Prince of Persia stuff.
Yeah,
That was
and
during my dark age.
they're not as expensive as what you might think because there's not a lot of people who are trying to get the Prince of Persia stuff because it wasn't a big grandiose movie.
Yeah.
I kind of always really liked the crash test dummy because if you look at the two hazard symbols under his neck, I wonder what those are supposed to be.
Ooh la la. He's so cute. And then Disco Dude. Now they do end up doing a bunch of like roller disco-ish minifigs in the CMFs. Those are
And
cool to
Dobby
collect.
and Dobby had the molded head, and that
He's
was that was a redesign and got more detail in there. Again with the minifigure collections from Toys R Us, can see that Draco Malfoy got a better hairpiece now,
yeah, it makes more sense.
and the sweater's got more detail. That's a really creepy baby for Duplo.
Ugh.
And they also
Aw.
made Toy Story um in Duplo. Oh, a Baywatch swimmer right there. And look
Buzz.
how and look how kind of more natural Buzz Lightyear looks in Duplo compared to his minifigure form.
Right? Good
I mean,
looking fig.
he doesn't have a helmet, but I think proportionally Buzz Lightyear actually looks better in Duplo than System
Yeah.
because
Woody.
like Woody's face looks a little bit too tall, if you ask me. Just a little bit too tall. I mean, the aliens are kind of on par, in my opinion.
I just wish his head was a little bigger, like wider.
And I forgot they came out with the Duplo cars sets before the system car sets.
Mac. Tomater.
And there's Cal's favorite right there. Where is Cal?
Where is Cow?
Yeah. Tomato. Averaging intelligence. And this was the big fig from Power Reminders. Got that blend between the black and the trans neon orange.
Hard to get. Series 2 Explorer. I feel like he had a magnifying glass. I love this torso. I know she keeps popping up because we've seen her already, but it's one of the ones I use for me. It says Lego on the back of her jacket.
Still had this generation of the fire torso. But they kind of got away from the silver helmets and went back to the white helmets for 2010.
Hey, Kenneth. Welcome in. Forest
Welcome,
man.
Forestman. A lot of
Everybody
people,
loves.
yeah, because you can compare the CMF Forestman to the minifigure collection of the Forest Woman comparison.
Quite a difference. That just
Yeah.
side by side, those right there should show you a lot
Yeah.
of how much it has evolved at this point.
I mean, if there was an evolution of all evolutions we could do in these streams, it would be this shot right here.
Absolutely.
It would be that shot right there.
They would have given her a skirt.
There's another general.
See how different he looks in that first one? It was all white.
Yeah, they did. And also, if you
Much better.
you notice, his hands have painting on them.
They're different colored. They're like dual molded, I guess, or painted on. Ginny Weasley.
There's a lot of minifigures to get through. Oh, and the armyman in Toy Story. These are desirable because some of the military builders use these in their battles,
Yes.
like MASH.
I didn't know there was a medic toy, Reno,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. The difference is that he has the
cross.
he has the American Red Cross there compared to the plain helmet.
And he also has a backpack with his.
They had made so many Han Solo variants. Oh my God!
And so many Harry Potter variants.
And actually, a Gryffindor version of Harry Potter.
I like that one. For his Quidditch games, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's why he's wearing gloves.
And like compare the Hermione we looked at in 2007 to this one from 2010. This is so much better. It's
Yeah.
so much better.
It looks like me.
This version of Hermione, I can stare at it and think, yeah, that's Emma Watson.
Yeah. She's a good looking fig.
The previous Hermione, I can't say that about.
No.
I can't. And I do like the evolution of these grey dudes from Star Wars. You can see that they get more refined lines over time.
Like on their torso, their details.
Yeah,
Ooh, Imperial Soldier.
the red coats.
Those are good looking figs.
I think these were from the Imperial flagship boat that came out in 2010. And so, and there's the minifigure versions
Jesse.
of Jesse, and more of the CMFs.
So he had a trophy. I remember he was karate master with a trophy.
And also, 2010 was when Kingdoms replaced the Fantasy Castle.
Like that.
So you can, so if you remember the Magisto wizard from 1993, this blue wizard actually has printing on his legs and his hat.
Oh yeah, he has stars on his hat.
And
I
they
like
have
the
the
dark
belt,
green.
and they have the belt buckle on their hat as well.
Good color. I really like these dark green ones.
Yeah, these were the Green Dragon Knights.
That explains it, because they're green dragons. They're
And
my people.
yeah, and I think it's because of this era of Castle from 2007 to 2013, which is why I prefer to use the broad brimmed helmets with my my archers.
Hey, Big Nate, welcome in. And cheap ass bricks, if you're still here. Hello.
Hey Nate. Hey Cab. Yeah.
Cheap ass bricks says he's surprised that Lego has kept CMF series at $4.99. Meaning what? Should we lower them again? 'Cause I don't want to pay more.
Well, there was those rumors when they raised it to $5 that they would all that they were going to raise it to 6 by 2026. And also, if you notice with some of the kingdoms, um, with some of the kingdoms, figs with the chainmail, they actually had a chain over the top of it. So double chains, if you will.
Ooh, yeah, these Dragon Knights are beautiful.
And the jesters are equally collectible. They've made a couple different colors of the jester.
Yeah, there's like a purple and orange one too, I believe.
And it was by this time really the most likely you would see chrome on a minifigure where for kings.
Where's Cliff at? These are his things right here. It must have been Cliff's favorite time of Lego.
And these were the Red Lion Knights.
Oh no.
A little bit more refined version of the chainmail right there.
Yeah.
And it's weird is that they show the quivers on the back in these stock photos, but they don't show the bow and arrow or the crossbow that they would have used in combat. That's just weird to me.
Lion Princess.
And this was when they still used the 2x2 slope for their dresses.
Mm.
The queen got her own crown or tiara thing there. And there's the Lego Club Max. He was available in a poly bag, but gee, that is a creepy mouth, and the eyes are spread really far apart.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. His eyes are too far apart.
Yeah. Now what I did is I got a keychain version of Max, and I held the keychain over a controlled candle flame to melt the hole where the keychain goes through the top of his head so that I could pull the chain out of him.
And it worked.
Yeah, it did.
I've not done that with any keychain. Too scared. Oh, there's the Baywatch babe from series 2. I
Yeah,
think she may have had a little floaty device, a little
yes,
red.
she did.
Lord Voldemort.
Again, with the Harry Potter heads just got so much more accurate in 2010. And I think in 2010, the Harry Potter minifigures had evolved faster than what the Star Wars minifigures were evolving.
I was just kind of thinking the same way, looking at like the hair and the faces, like they didn't get the same kind of upgrade that the Harry Potter. Because look at Luna Lovegood, she's so cute. Those are so many good details. Her, oh, what is it? War Girls, little thing she has to put the glasses on to see.
And
Such,
in the CMF version, the printing for her skirt was an actual cloth piece.
oh, magician from series 1 to go with the clown.
And
Oh,
this mannequin, I believe was in the Grand Emporium a modular, and this groom as well.
nice. Mariachi Man from series 2.
And also 2010 was when they came out with the games theme, so we got these these micro figures. Sorry.
Yeah, because these would be nano figures, right? These little statuette things.
Well, see, Brickset calls them microfigs, but I think collectors call them nano figures.
Yes.
So
Those are micro figures on the screen.
It's weird naming. I'm not sure which is which. So if anyone in the comments knows, please let me know.
From what I understand and what I've always learned is that these guys that you play with in the games, that I can't really reference their size right now, but they're micro figs, and then these little ones that can be held in a minifigure's hand are called nano figs.
They made a lot of these
Oh,
for the
so
games.
many.
So
Oh,
many.
I like the alien one. Oh, there's a series 2 mime. He's kind of like a clown, but what is his accessory? I don't even remember. Series 1 ninja. This is like the first ninja in the series, in the CMF series. It wasn't like Ninjago or anything.
Well, that's because this was before Ninjago came out.
Yeah.
Of which we're going to get into in 2014, which will probably end up being on part 4 on your channel next.
Yep. We got about 5 minutes before we're gonna head on over there. Hi, Contra Bricks, Build Craze. Welcome in.
They still kept this mid 90s Octane torso around, but they were more adventurous with the World Races graphics now. And they made changes to the train worker torsos. Actually, what they went back to putting the train logo on their torsos. And there's Cliff's one of Cliff's torsos there.
There's Cliff. Oh, he is so nice. The Pharaoh from series 2. Another really good one.
And they made stuff like this for the Pharaoh's Quest theme in 2011.
You're right. I think I have a lot of the head pieces. Really like them. I like his face.
Yeah, I remember this guy's face. And Michael Hickox used to use that a lot in his stop motions.
It's a good one. I love that Lego actually started stepping up their expressions too. Like, here's another good example. Pop star from series 2. She's like the Britney Spears
Yeah,
of the
and they
series.
made and they did upgrades for the postal workers around this time.
Yes, Clippy, we're getting ready. Head on over there, but just a few minutes.
And the power were miners got silver armor because they were battling the lava monsters instead of the rock monsters.
I love her. Again, she was like not that Prince of Persia wasn't that popular, but I just love her entire. I don't even know who she is. I just love her. She's a good minifig. I don't have her cape in any of the versions of her that I have though, so a white cape must be hard to come by.
Big upgrade for Professor McGonagall. She went from regular green to dark green.
Yes, it's a beautiful
Another
pig.
of that classic space fan merchandise. Another of that awkward outdoor torso.
Robot from series 1. Now, a lot of people like him. I'm not necessarily a fan. We get a lot more robots in the CMF series. I don't know why it looks like Squidward is in there, but I don't like his arm. I just don't like the arm and the helmet. Oh, rock monsters. We have the full collection at the office. Ooh, Hagrid.
That mold for Hagrid is so much better than the original. Is in dark brown.
Mhm.
There's Santa,
Naked
and
Santa.
there's the Southern Hemisphere Santa.
Yeah, on the beach in a thong.
Yeah, and thongs are flip flops here.
Oh yeah. Prince of Persia really has a lot of good figs in my opinion.
Yeah, because they had a lot of detailing. It's just that not a lot of people care about them because they didn't care about the moving.
Movie. Yeah. Oh, he's series 1 skater. Now pay attention to his torso and him in general because we're going to see him pop up later in another CMF series, but a little bit different.
Yeah, they
I think
kept
he
that
came with a
skeleton.
skateboard. And then we got series 2 skier, and I think he just came with skis, which is appropriate.
And
Pimp
and
daddy.
I know some people that really like these criminals
Space
from
police.
Space Police 3.
This one's talked about often because naturally, look at his name, Brick Daddy. And his head's a glow in the dark piece, right?
I'm not sure, but we're gonna raid on over to your channel, Heather. So
Somebody Google it and tell me when we're over there. Hey,
and also
clever pig.
hello, clever pig. You missed the first hour, so you'll have to watch. So you'll have to watch this back on the replay. We're gonna go raid Heather now. Um, for part 4. So thanks for watching part 3. We're gonna head on over to part 4. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'll see you over on part 4. So Heather, you can go start
Catch you guys over there.
start part 4. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna go over to part 4, and you can click the link right there to come see us talk about the rest of this stuff in part 4. We'll see you over there in part 4.